What's up guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well today. So, first ever MX Simulator track walk. I mean, that's got to be something exciting for the channel, right? Hopped onto the forums. It's been so long since I've looked at the forums and saw that JGMX, fair play to the guy, he just seems to be an absolute content machine. Still releasing tracks for the last couple of years since I left the game originally. But he has released this track, and I believe it is called Woosnoo. If I'm pronouncing that right, I'll put over on the screen if I've completely said that wrong. But it's a compound. So there's a couple tracks on here. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get through all of them in this video, but from what I can see, it looks like it's like a supercross slash motocross hybrid. Set in the middle of the track, which kind of winds out over to the back area. There is a supercross track just to the right over here, and then there is another supercross track, I believe. I don't think it's quite arena cross, it's a bit too big for that. I'm going to quickly fly over here. Obviously this is my first time having a look at everything. What's this over here? Is this just a random turn track? I think it is, yeah, so might spin a lap or so on this one as well. But no, first and foremost, let's have a go on this main track. This is my first time playing Sim today, so please do bear with me, and I've literally just recorded an MX Bike video, so if I press any buttons incorrectly and go flying off the track, please don't blame me. Oh god, don't give me a legs off straight away. Oh, thank god. See, I'm slowly learning the techniques. There'll be a little sit down, lean forwards, hold the back brake on the landing. Let's see where we go here. Boing. Boing. Okay, this is going to be, is this a step on? Is a step on? Off! Oh, okay, no, it was definitely a step over. Even on a 450, I'm not stepping off that. Right, around here, triple in. There we go. I tell you what, I'm kind of coming to the conclusion of, since I've been playing both games kind of a similar amount recently, Bikes and Sim that is I feel like Sim is very good on the supercross side of things, so kind of like tripling into rhythm sections and getting the flow going that way. And I kind of prefer how MX Bikes deals with outdoors and braking bumps and things like that. Obviously, all personal preference, please don't attack me in the comments. I know there's all these debates and dramas going on. I'm just one guy, I've just got an opinion. I want everybody to be happy and just play the games that they like playing. That's kind of how I feel. I definitely feel like I have more fun doing supercross type tracks on this game than nationals. But then again, that could just be because I'm garbage at hitting braking bumps on this game, or I just don't have a suspension for it. After the last sim video I done, for some reason so many people were asking me for a setup video, and I'm just like, guys, I don't actually know what it is that I'm doing myself. There's a thread on the sim forums which is just called Your Setups. I'll have a scroll through there just to try and find some suspension inspiration now and then. But one thing I have noticed is, obviously way back when I first started playing, I spoke to a guy that some of you might know by the name of Tanner Rogers, and he was kind of like my sim mechanic back then. He sorted out like my advance and all that stuff. And I remember one day, there's one value, I think it's like max steering force, which goes up to 1000, which people used to run. And I accidentally only put it to 995, like just a tiny sliver away from what would be considered max, for no reason at all, and I just left it like it, ran with it for years. And now if I go in the Your Setups thing and look at what other people run, they all seem to also have that 995 max steering force, and I feel like everything's kind of stemmed from that original God setup, that God stability that got sent around years ago. And it's just interesting to see people still running really similar values to this day. I would have thought by now that maybe there'd be something else that like is really amazing, that almost like breaks the game and works really well, that people run at this point. But it's, for the most part, it seems pretty same old. And I have no issues with my stability at all. I'm running it fine right now. It's not causing me any grief. Big thing for me is suspension, but I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to suspension, so I just have to keep randomly fudging the numbers until I find something that works. But for Supercross, doesn't really matter too much. As long as you're downside and everything fine, you have no reason to worry. The only thing that might mess you up in Supercross is if you're like jumping into a corner, for example. If the bike doesn't settle in time, it might get a little bit wild. Yeah, whilst I'm going on some absolute ramble right now, I haven't realised that I've already done like a lap and a half of this track. So not as big of a track as I thought, but I don't actually think I've crashed too many times, which is really surprising. So I'll pat myself on the back there. Well done me. But yeah, I'm very slowly getting there. You know, I'm slowly learning all those little bits that just help you overall again. I'm still a ways off the pace. I looked. There was a race on the EMF website the other day. I never done any laps on the actual qualifying server, so I'm not sure how much Erode would have played a factor into speeding up lap times with the bigger ruts and things like that. But I was still like a good 4 seconds off a first place time, so still a long way to go in that regard. But we'll get there slowly. Biggest thing for me is just cranking her over in the corners and keeping it lent over. I used to be so good at just carrying corner speed and being really smooth around the corners, and I feel like I tiptoe a lot in the game at the moment, which is something that I'm trying to eliminate. I am finding it much easier riding this 450 than the 250s. So there's 2 laps of the big track there. Really nice track. Obviously, I always expect high quality from JGMX. He's so good at what he does. So I don't think I ever see anything negative in the comments of his track releases. I'm trying to work out which direction this Supercross track goes right now. This looks right. Does it? Yeah, this looks right. I don't think you could hit that section that way. And there, yeah, Supercross rule. Okay, cool. So this track goes this way. It looks like a bit of a sandy Supercross track. I'm hoping that it just looks like sand and doesn't actually feel like sand in those dark areas, because I am pure garbage when it comes to sand traction in MX Simulator. I have no idea why. Even back when I used to play the game religiously, like multiple hours a night, every night, I couldn't do sand save my life. I would always lose the front end no matter what. I'd always get a little bit wild or just suddenly knife, and yeah, personal preference I suppose. In real life as well, why I'm not a big sand lover, which I know people will give me a lot of hate for. I feel like it's definitely a 50-50 thing on people that love sand or love hardpack. I'm definitely more of a hardpack person, but I think that's just because what I grew up riding on. Like, the track's not open anymore, but my local track when I was younger was just pure hardpack. I'm pretty sure you could turn up with Supermoto tyres on and be absolutely fine, and probably go faster than you would with your knobby tyres. But again, personal preference. It's just what I like. We've done 2 tracks already here. And I haven't had much drama at all. Which, if you've watched many of my MX Bikes track walk videos, you know it's always a good sign if you can just hop on a track and rip around the first couple of laps without having to think too much. It always is a good sign that the track makers put a lot of thought and effort into how the sections link together, kind of what sort of speed you'll be approaching sections at, and adjusting them. Can I quad into it? Oh, I can, yep, and adjusting them accordingly. So that's, jeez, we're already 2 tracks down. I remember there was a track over in this back left corner. Let me go see if I can find that one quickly. I'll do a lap or 2 of that, and then I think, yeah, definitely got enough time to go and do all of them. Now, which way round does this one go is the question. No idea. Let me hop over it. Let's ride up here. I'm guessing this even might be one of them tracks where you can ride it either way. Although, no, this feels right. I feel like that would be a bit too wild going up that hill rather than down it. Let's have a look. Oh god. Well, I suppose it's like sand in regards to the turning rollers. However, it definitely doesn't feel like sand traction. So thank you, JGMX, for that. I need to buy you a drink. I owe you for that. Otherwise, this video would have gone downhill in a hurry. It would not have been fun to watch. I'd be toppling over every couple of seconds. Which is honestly, I was very nervous to press a record button on this, because I honestly thought that's what would happen. Is I would just keep crashing every other section, and I don't think many people would find it interesting watching me laying on the ground for 8 seconds at a time, just holding on to the handlebars. So very pleased with how it's going right now, and even more shocked because, as I say, I literally just hopped off of a MX Bikes recording. But all is going far too smoothly. I will say, when I get to kind of the other end of the track, I'll run over to the Supercross track, because obviously we get the gist of this track. It's literally just like a turn sand track by the looks of it. Oh god, there we go. It was to be expected. It was going to happen at some point. Now I don't know what. I'm guessing it's the big track, which is the track that I've loaded up, because there's 2 folders, and I'm guessing that they are just different versions of the compound with like different timing gates, so you can race the different tracks. So I'm guessing that these timing gates are for the big main track that I first started on, and then the other one will be one of the Supercross tracks. I have no idea which is which. And here we go. This is where I'm going to divert off. Let me go hit this final Supercross track over here. Please don't have collisions. Please don't have collisions. We're good. It's good. Oh, was that jet donut I saw just there? Bear with me a second. Let me spin her around. I believe it is. It is. Is it me, or is it not literally just identical to the Homer Simpson donut? I'm pretty sure it is. Oh, it's got Donut MX on it, never mind. Oh, that's a name I haven't heard in a while. God, I remember watching Donut videos way back in the day. I don't keep up to date with these things. Does he still make videos? I remember everyone used to love him. He's such a funny guy. I remember watching a few of his videos before I even bought MX Simulator, so that's a blast from the past. Right, which way round does this track go? That jump definitely goes this way, 180 here. Okay, so I believe it's this way. Good start, good start. This is why I don't do this, because I can't go through a whoop section. It's fine. I think I needed to just hit it with a bit more speed. I tiptoed into there a bit slow. This is just a wall, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I remember that from flying above the map earlier. Spin around here. What we got? Little triple. Triple again. Triple out. Oh, that was smooth, if I do say so myself. I love that little kind of left-right whip when you see bounce in this game. So the little like left-right, bring it back round. Something really satisfying about that I really enjoy. There's lovely sand on this track. It's on this like compound as a whole, isn't it? Got a little sand section in each one. Oh, way too far. Sit down, lean forwards, brake. Yes, I'm getting it. Can I make it through this time? Oh yes. I'm actually getting a little bit excited because I feel like I am definitely progressing, and knowing what I was capable of before. It gets a little bit demotivating sometimes if I keep laying on the floor for ages at a time, so it's nice to feel like I'm moving in the right direction at least. So this one's a very short track compared to the others. Oh god, make it! I'm going to do one more lap, so I'm guessing this is the finish line jump. Is that like probably like a 30-second long lap time? Stop! Oh, that was close. I feel like this video's gone on for ages. I've just looked down at the recording and it's only gone on for about 12 minutes so far, so got through all those fairly quickly. This has gone way smoother than I ever expected. So definitely open to doing some more of these, and as I get better at Sim again as well, might be able to do some more challenging tracks. I can't imagine how much I'd struggle on the RF tracks at the moment. I imagine they're very difficult. And that'll do it, last corner here, and over the finish line. So, all in all, I mean, it's to be expected that JGMX puts out some absolute banging tracks. He always has done. I don't think there's ever been a track that he's released that people haven't liked. So hats off to him. Fair play for still making tracks after all this time. As I say, it's been a couple of years since I left, and he was making tracks a year or two before I left in the first place. So he's been going on for a fair amount of time now. If you haven't downloaded this track, obviously I know some of you might not even be sim people full stop. If you are and you haven't downloaded it, I don't know why you wouldn't have. I feel like most of you should have by now. We'll see there's a bit of everything on here. I think this main track here is probably my favourite, where it's a little bit of a hybrid track. It's a little bit motocrossy in layout, but yeah, most of the jumps are all supercross. And that's going to do it from me. If you did like the video, please drop a like. It's always greatly appreciated in getting the channel out there to more people. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Road to 10k by the New Year's. I don't see any reason why we're not going to get at this point. The progress is going so well recently. I can't thank you all enough. And that'll do it from me. Have a lovely rest of the day, whatever it is that you're up to. And until I catch you guys in the next video, peace.
Got bad shit all up in my mind right now. Fuck it, give me a minute and I'ma let it all out. I don't give a shit about an opinion, be another dimension when I wake up. Bitch, it's time to fill the cup. Got no fucking love, I feel so stuck on my luck. Get fucked.